Hi Gemini, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings, and this week we are going to be looking at a bit of sort of general stuff, self-affirmations, but mostly focusing on career and finances for you this week. Okay, we will check in with love and like I said, the self-affirmation message for you as well, but see how we go. Okay, please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that support. Every single like, comment, and subscribe, it really does help out the channel. So thank you so much for that. So I have the Healing Light Oracle cards. We have the Owl and Magpie Lenormand. I have the Love Oracle, as well as the Money Moves Oracle deck we're going to be using today as well. An absolutely gorgeous deck, relatively new one, so I don't think I've used it on the channel as of yet. So we're going to be using that this week. But getting into it for you, Gemini. Okay, so we did have some quick messages last week, mostly focused around love and your person last week. So if you haven't checked those ones out, have a look. But we're getting back into the regular schedule, or trying to. Still school holidays here, so still a bit hectic on my end, but we're seeing what we can do. Okay, Gemini. What's going on for Gemini? What does Gemini need to see? What does Gemini need to see, please? Gemini. Oh, very interesting energy. We have dispersion. Okay, so I know that they're all coming through backwards. I take one thing at a time and focus on the present moment. I get rid of my doubts and all my fears dissipate. I find peace in my life. So a bit of an affirmation for your week, allowing things to, gather and then dissipate. So it's very interesting energy. I know that that's a big word, but it's all about, taking on one thing at a time, allowing things to gather, focusing on the present moment, allowing those fears to dissipate and flow back out into the universe. They're not yours to hold on to. Getting rid of all your doubts and all your fears, finding peace in your life. So by taking things moment by moment in your life. Okay, so we'll get a bit of extra information about that energy. Taking things one thing at a time, getting rid of all your doubts and fears, Gemini. Any clarity for Gemini for that dispersion message, please? Okay, so we do see the tree coming through first here. So the tree is all about your self-care, your self-growth, the way that you're looking after yourself. So we do see that this is a period of growth, of maturity within your emotional self, within your spiritual self, those sorts of things here, taking things one thing at a time. What can I learn from that situation? What do I need to look at right now, focus on right now, in order to move forward, in order to remove any fear or doubt from my life? Okay, so focusing on the present moment, as in what can you learn, what can you use to grow and mature your way of thinking, your way of looking at things. Okay, we do see that followed through with the clover here, which is all about taking a chance, taking a risk. Fortune favors the bold is what I want to say to you today with that one, Gemini, is that, the making bold, courageous leaps to, face those fears, maybe for some of you, in order to remove any self-doubt, facing those fears, facing the unknown factors, because the next card we have is the cat, the stranger. Okay, so the cat usually does come through as the stranger. It's those elements of you that, yes, it's very similar to the dog energy, where it's man's best friend, but it's also the unknown factor, the mysterious factor, the the familiar factor. So it's this energy of, with a cat, you can go to pat the cat and it will run away. So you need to actually allow the cat to warm up to you and allow it to, allow you to approach, which is what you're sort of taking bold moves to sort of approach things that you haven't normally approached. The things that you maybe have been very careful about your approach to those things. You kind of, that's where you're taking those risks. Is those things, those stranger elements, those more mysterious elements of your life. That's where you're taking those risks and sort of jumping in the deep end, taking a chance, in order to face those fears, learn those lessons, move forward and remove all your self-doubt and know that you can do it. You can entice that cat to be your little friend as well, and turn that energy from, stranger, more mysterious parts of yourself to the known, the parts of yourself that, oh, now I'm actually, understanding this part of myself a little bit more. Okay, finding peace in the mysterious elements of yourself, the things that you maybe haven't thought about and looked at within yourself, finding peace, while you assimilate those into, who you are. Okay, so looking at career and finances for you, Gemini. Okay, Gemini, what's going on for Gemini with career and finances, please? Brand new cards. They never want to shuffle properly. Try this way. Career and finances for our Geminis, please. Career and finances for Gemini. Okay. I am clearly seeing both career and finances being shown here. Okay, so you'll see what I mean about how beautiful these cards are. We do start with the direction card. Okay, so once again, you can see the book image in that card. So this is very closely assimilated with learning things. So for a lot of you, this personal growth journey, you're finding elements of that playing out in your career stuff at the moment as well. It says, do not deviate from your path. Attract a mentor if necessary. Plan where you want to be. So really, really working out with your career, where do I want to go? Do I need to, seek further education? Do I need to, learn more about what I'm doing here? Do I need to, learn from somebody, a mentor, finding your direction? Where are you going here? What do you want the next chapter of your career to, look like for yourself here? So I do feel for a lot of you, this is alongside this personal growth stuff. So the mysterious elements of your personal self, for some of you, it's playing out in career stuff this week as well, where it's kind of telling you are on the right path. It does say do not deviate from your path. So, you are on the right path here, but there may just be a little bit more you can learn, a little bit more you can delve into, especially when it comes to looking at where you want to grow with your career, where you want that story of your career to unfold into. Once again, too, with that, the book imagery a lot of the time does talk about mysteries sort of unfolding around you. So we are seeing your general energy definitely folding out in your career this week as well. That's followed through with the partnership energy. Okay, so we're definitely seeing this reference to a mentor or somebody who may actually help you learn along this career path of yours. Joining forces with business partners for win-win cooperation. Prioritize your connections. So, really, really working alongside other people at the moment within your career, even if that's not, a partnership as such, even if that is just, co-workers, mentors, like we saw in that first card. Think people that you can learn from, people that you can teach alongside you. A lot of the time, teaching and learning go hand in hand. So you may find yourself, teaching somebody how to, the ropes of the job, and learning something from them in the process. maybe you're the mentor in this scenario, Gemini, but really focusing on and prioritizing the connections, the relationships with people when it comes to your career and your workplace, whatever that is for you. Okay, there's a strong pull here. For some of you, you may actually be looking into furthering, if you do have like your own business, or you're the in charge of a business here, you may actually be looking at out and out partnership type stuff this week as well, working really well with those things. It's all about cooperation and working as a team kind of energy. With the financial input here, we do have the winning energy. Okay, so you can see that stack of bills sitting there. Sooner or later, luck comes to everyone. Don't spend everything at once. All right, so we do see a lot of luck on your side, just in general as well. We did have the clover in your general there, and now we're seeing this winning energy for you financially. So we definitely are seeing that a dual kind of message here, that things are looking up. Sooner or later luck hits. You are in a very auspicious moment when it comes to your financial state. So you would be expecting this week for money to either stay the same or be increasing to the norm. But you may just find a very sort of lucky week where things are paying off for you. You're saving money on that bill. You're working out how to get a better deal with this, especially when it comes to partnerships, when it comes to work and things like that. If you are creating new partnerships, you really are making the best of those deals. You're cooperating, getting the best for both sides of that, and really getting a good deal for yourself, for your business, that kind of stuff as well. Luck really is on your side this week, Gemini. So it's a good week for you to be investing money and things like that as well, especially with that message of don't spend everything at once. So outgoing expenditure is not really advised, but investments and taking a chance when it comes to investment type of stuff, very, very good for you this week. Okay, those risks are going to pay off if you're investing in stocks or actual investments, things like that. Pardon me. So once again, I am getting this energy of a couple of you, noticing things like I can change bank accounts and I can get a much better interest rate with that one, and just that sort of luck this week as well, that you're kind of winning, even in just really small little ways. You really are in this winning good luck energy, especially when it comes to anything that is connected to investment or long-term sort of stuff. So if you're paying off things long-term, looking at those this week is going to really, you may have a lot of good luck in finessing those or signing off on those sorts of things as well. Definitely some positive energy financially though, so that's always a good thing. We'll have a quick check in with love, just sort of rough, just in general, see what the love energy is looking like for you, Gemini. Gemini, love energy around Gemini this week, please. Love energy for Gemini this week, please. Interesting message here. I do have sexual freedom coming through. It is coming through with self-respect. Okay, so I'm feeling that the self-respect part of that is the most important part of that for you this week, Gemini, that you are really needing to, yes, express yourself in a sexual kind of way. You may be having, some sexual experiences. I'm just trying to find the right word there. Chance to explore things this week in a very physical way, but also it's very important for you to remember your self-respect and not agreeing to do anything that you're not actually comfortable with. So I'm sort of feeling that, yeah, it's one thing to, because I'm just getting this energy, Gemini, of you, you may want to explore different things. You may want to, be very free and open. Because I'm getting like I'm getting shown like the 70s imagery that, from like Woodstock, and it's peace and love, and it's like, that sexual freedom and sexual expression kind of stuff, where, it was like where people started to, have multiple partners, and, it was more acceptable for, women to have sex and enjoy sex and things like that. I'm getting shown references to that, but I'm also feeling this energy of you, Gemini, that you may be a little bit prone this week to go a little bit far with it and actually take yourself out of your comfort zone. It's kind of like you take on too much all at once. That yes, you want to explore, and yes, you want to, be free to do what you want to do, but you may actually take on a little bit more than bite off more than you can chew. So you may sort of jump in the deep end a little bit here, and then kind of go, oh, that's back off, so you may just sort of go a little bit further than you're intending to. So it's very, very important to remember your self-respect, and have your own personal boundaries before you're engaging. Okay, so I am feeling very strongly here that personal boundaries before you're engaging. So it's like the rules of engagement, having to have set rules, even if that's just for yourself, setting, set rules. I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to do that. I'll go this far, but I'm not going to cross that line over to this. So you're respecting your own boundaries, basically. And if you're not comfortable with something, that you're not going to push over that boundary without, and push yourself just a little bit too far. Because I am feeling that for some of you, if you don't respect yourself and your own boundaries, just getting a little bit of freak out. There may be a little freak out, anxiety kind of stuff coming through. So very important to respect your own boundaries when it comes to physical stuff, sexual stuff with love this week, Gemini. But for those of you who haven't got physical intimacy on your bingo card, I would be kind of looking at that as the way that you're expressing yourself. Okay, so you may just take things a little bit too far when you're talking about certain things with people, those kinds of things. So just not allowing conversations to spiral out of control to a place where you're not comfortable with, especially conversations that are around sex or sexuality, or those sorts of things. Okay, not getting involved in other people's sex lives where it's sort of making you feel uncomfortable. All right. So that's what we have for you this week, Gemini. As always, you're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. And hopefully I'll see you all again soon.